You work a 9-to-5 job, get your financial house in order. Welcome back to another episode of I Wrote This Down. Peace to you guys, my family. We got a juicy one for today. You may be like me, or a lot of people watching this video, who aspire to get out of the 9-to-5 plantation. Welcome to I Wrote This Down by Star 25. Alright, you guys. So step number one, pay attention. Oh, getting a little ahead of myself. Let me do a little introduction. We all have to live off the good of the land. From the poorest man to the richest man, we all have to eat, have shelter, have clothing, things of that nature, right? It's a major difference. Guess what the difference is between rich folk and poor folk, though? The rich folk, they live and even buy things they want from passive income and investments. Those who are working a 9-to-5 job, they use their active income. So today I'm gonna show you 3 steps on how you can change from using your active income to using passive income. That way, a job will be optional and your financial freedom became possible. So let me just paint this picture for you to make sure I got it clear. So I'm gonna show you how this works on the screen through this first step. The first step.
Feed the fish.
Set a goal of $1,000, aka the emergency fund. Most Americans and people around the world cannot cover at least a $400 emergency that comes up and springs out of nowhere. At that point, you're gonna build up to a 3 to 6 month worth of emergency fund in case you lose a job or you quit a job. Let me add this bonus on top of that. I'm yet to hear people say, add a miscellaneous spending fund. So what I mean by that is extra money they would like to use to enjoy life. Moving on. So check me out. Alright. Y'all can't fool me. Going to get Gucci, Coach, these designer brand names is not a need. Step 2. Pay off debt. Alright, my 9-to-5ers, it's no need to cry. I know you got bills and debt that's sky high, but here, I have a few methods you can use to pay off debt, like the debt snowball, debt avalanche, and reverse debt snowball. Let's get into it. The debt snowball is paying off the lowest balance debt first while paying a minimum payment on all other debts you owe. Like in this example with the lowest amount, and you will add extra cash to it in order to knock it out the quickest, and then move on to the next lowest amount and so forth until you eliminate all debt. The next is the debt avalanche, paying off the highest interest rate debt first while paying the minimum payment on all other debts. As you can see in this example, when we knock off that debt, then we move on to the next highest interest rate if you want to continue with the debt avalanche method. Lastly, the reverse debt snowball, paying off the highest balance debt first while paying the minimum payment on all other debts. So you'll knock out the highest amount first, as you can see in this example, and then once you get done with that, you'll move to the next highest amount and so forth till you eliminate it all. And here's a bonus, you guys. Set up your passive income accounts and fund them alongside your journey of paying off debt. Examples of those assets for passive income that you can set up before you pay off your debt to have it set up are high yield savings accounts or high yield interest bearing accounts like money market accounts, CDs, investment accounts, real estate or real estate syndication, stocks, ETFs, and bonds, cryptocurrency, and as a bonus, you can also create digital products and sell them. For example, courses, workshops, ebooks, and downloadable content. Step number 3. So, if you're a 9-to-5er and you're looking for financial freedom or financial independence, whether you want to keep your 9-to-5 or you want to have financial independence without your 9-to-5, you must understand this, that you must invest in something. Now on to step 3. It's about automation. So remember in step 2, we already had started setting up our assets. Now we're going to put it in automatic mode. So in this step, what we do is we continue to aggressively fund the assets we spoke about earlier in step 2, like stocks, crypto, real estate, high yield savings accounts, etc., etc. In this step, we've already had our assets set up. We're looking to automate them so it can transfer before we even see it, similar to how my 9-to-5ers paychecks work. A lot of wealthy people use this method so they can save both time and also money. And also we're going to use and create 4 separate accounts for our taxes, investments, expenses, and cash, to a point where our investment account is our main vein from which everything flows. And I just want to go a little bit more in depth about taxes and cash, where you can be ahead of the game and actually set money aside to actually pay your taxes and put it in like a high yield savings account. That way you can actually pay your taxes up front and actually get interest on your money instead of waiting to get it back from Uncle Sam. And the cash account is simply just cash flow, using it spending on transactions and things of that nature, or as a cushion for other accounts you may need it for. But you got your own mind. I'm not a financial advisor. Move away from your active income paying for your needs and wants to convert it to making it your passive income, which is really the baseline definition for financial freedom. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Woo!
Wow, that's their sound.